welcome to CWE TV. Now we're just 1 week away from the end of the road summer showdown, and this week we're going to take a look at what you can expect to see on August 23rd. Now longtime friends Robbie Royce and Darren Dalton are going to team up in this special attraction tag team match against the Sons of Anarchy. Now despite the miscue between the two friends at Royce's recent title defense, Royce still came out the victor. Let's take a look.
Headed to the ring in our McDowell's main event for the CWE Championship. And you'll notice there's a bag hanging above the ring. That contains the brand new CWE Championship. The old title, Marius burned it.
Yeah, so what is in the bag? Is this another mind game by Marius, Mike?
I've been told that it's the new championship.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
This definitely, looking around the ring, this is the motley crew of lumberjacks, would you say?
Yeah, it certainly is. Every CWE superstar we have is around this ring right now.
There's that icky Kevin Cannon. Where is Sicko? Do you see Sicko anywhere?
Yeah, he's wandering around the crowd.
There he is. Yeah, he's menacing. There's the champ without the belt. Still. Mike, do you realize that ever since Robbie Royce, the pissed off pitbull, captured the CWE Heavyweight Championship, he has actually never been able to bring the belt home?
That's kind of sad, actually.
And Marius has been
how long he waited to be champion, how much he worked to earn that, and he's never actually been able to put that title on his mantle, take it home to show his kids, his family. Marius has robbed him of that, and this is the last straw. It's a lumberjack ladder match, first time ever.
But this is just not a match as we wait for the bell to ring to get underway. Marius has not only personally made this so personal, he has traumatized not only the pissed off pitbull Robbie Royce, his family. This is causing stress in his relationship with everybody that Robbie Royce meets. And this has to end tonight in this lumberjack ladder match. The first time ever I've ever seen a match like this.
Yeah, Dave Petro, Mike Young on commentary, and Royce pounding away on Marius.
Taking out the frustration of months without the belt.
And this is going to be really interesting to see how these lumberjacks get involved in this match.
And there he goes.
As Marius heads out to the floor and immediately swarmed by some lumberjacks out there.
And tossed back in.
Pimp Daddy Rick Matthews tossing him in before it looked like Darren the Bomb Dalton could do any damage to him.
Yeah. Of course, Robbie Royce, very, very popular in the locker room with the other men because the respect that he has earned.
And look at this.
And outside and back in.
Marius able to get in unscathed again.
But Rob Stardom looked like he was... Rob Stardom is at ringside.
It's everybody the CWE has on their roster at the ringside, Dave.
I don't know. I mean, I'm having a hard time keeping track of who's wrestling who in this one.
Robbie Royce and Marius toe-to-toe. And Robbie Royce again for the third time since Marius out to the floor. And again, the lumberjacks very quick to help him gingerly back into the ring.
It's like heavy metal is directing the traffic out there. We see had one heck of a match with Robbie Royce a few weeks back on CWE television.
He certainly did. Royce now is Marius in the corner, and there's a huge chop to the chest. Follows that up with another one. The crowd loving it.
He chopped him into 2014 on that one. One more, he says. The crowd wants one more.
I wouldn't mind two more. And there it is, one more time. Robbie Royce happy to oblige the crowd there. Marius reverses him, sends him out to the floor.
And well, this is where things get a little complicated, if you will, Mike.
And Royce looks like he's being protected there. Billy Blaze and AJ Sanchez helping him back into the ring.
But protected is about the lumberjacks did what they're supposed to do, put him back in the ring.
Yeah, they certainly did. I'm going to ask you this, Dave. How are they going to get to the ladder?
Who's going to get the ladder?
Well, it's outside the ring. Lumberjacks keep throwing him back in.
This is maybe one of those complications of the rules that the guys never thought of. The athletes involved in this one.
Maybe the Lumberjacks will have to retrieve the ladder for them.
Robbie Royce has been involved in every kind of match in his career up until tonight. This is the very first ladder match, Lumberjack ladder match, I think, in professional wrestling history.
I would happen to agree with you, Dave. I've never seen it done before, never heard of it being done before. Innovative stuff here from CWE head office. And look at that sicko choking out Robbie Royce as Marius looks on. And the Lumberjacks are all swarmed on that area. No one can get to sicko. Officials are in there. And look at this. Heavy Metal's got Nate Hardy. This is breaking down, Dave.
This has turned into a battle royal, Mike. All the guys. There's just such animosity here in the CWE, the professional jealousy, the rivalries. Everybody's vying for the gold. What's in the bag hung high above the ring. Almost McFly trying to restore law and order.
Royce flung hard to the turnbuckles. Marius follows him in with a clothesline. And Marius has taken the offensive ever since Sicko was able to get in that choke on the champion. Make no mistake about it, Dave. Robbie Royce is the champion.
He is. But he has not been able to enjoy the championship reign that other champions have enjoyed because he hasn't been able to touch the belt, the mind games, and then the eventual burning of the title. That is disgusting. You might as well just nail them to a cross.
Yeah, we're in July now, and Robbie Royce has had that championship since January when he won their 4th anniversary show. That's a long time, 7 months to go without touching that title belt.
The mass of humanity surrounding the ring, every CWE superstar. We're talking Darren the Bomb Dalton, Tommy Lee Curtis, Rob Stardom, Sicko, and many, many more. Look at the array of talent.
Mary's trying to get him up. Robbie Royce flings him overhead, and Royce trying to get back in this game, back in this matchup, lining up Marius, and tripped by Anderson Tyson Moore in the corner.
And that is not the intent of the man around ringside. And look at Robbie Royce, he's going top, over top,
and he tackles ATM on the floor.
Wow.
Young fans are ringside, old fans are ringside, all the fans getting their money's worth here tonight. I think everyone's going to go home with a souvenir.
You might as well put the fans around the ring too, because it's going to break down to this soon.
Referees are going down. Struggling to get back in the ring as Royce, and Marius meets him with a boot to the skull.
This is something else. This is for all the marbles, the CWE Championship.
Beautiful fisherman suplex released on impact by Marius.
Be that what he stands for and all the evil shenanigans that he has caused around CWE, at the base of everything, you strip everything down, Marius is a very, very good wrestler, Mike.
Yeah, say what you want. Before all the chicanery took place, Marius did earn a shot at Robbie Royce.
Yeah.
And then months and months have gone by with back and forth between the two men. Marius still has never really gotten his title shot. Now he's got it, one-on-one in a lumberjack ladder match. May the best man win.
And I just noticed something, I've known Robbie Royce for almost 20 years, and he is in phenomenal shape. It looks like,
look at this. We asked about the ladder earlier.
Oh, there's the bomb. He's getting the ladder.
Darren Dalton retrieving that ladder from the stage.
The Tattoo Terminator.
And Robbie Royce asking his friend Darren Dalton for that ladder.
Wow. Here it is. It's
and Marius met the ladder coming in and booted it right into the face of Royce.
I don't know if that's the result that the Tattoo Terminator had in mind when putting the ladder into the ring. That's just...
that's not a gimmicked up ladder, Dave. I went to the store, I saw them buying that ladder.
Really?
It's bought from just like a ladder you have at your house, Dave.
I don't have a ladder at my house. Somebody stole it. They were breaking out, I think.
Steel ladder. That hurts.
My, that is now not only a way to get the championship belt, but it's turned into a deadly weapon.
Yeah, anything's legal in a ladder match. The only way to win, not by pinfall, not by countout, not by submission, not by disqualification. The only way to win is to climb that ladder and grab whatever's hanging from the roof. And in this case, it's the CWE Championship.
And the referees are outside the ring. No pinfalls, no submission, nothing. Grab the belt and you win.
Referees are just here to maintain some kind of order with these lumberjacks, I think.
I think so.
And that is a hard task.
Wow.
And Marius putting that ladder around the head of Robbie Royce. Oh my goodness. Right into the back of the neck. Bouncing off the front of his face and the back of his head. That ladder doing a lot of damage right here to Robbie Royce. And now this could be where we see the first attempt to grab what's hanging from the roof.
Now, I don't know how securely fastened that belt is, but Marius, in my opinion, is wasting too much time.
He had it in his grasp, and Royce dropped him hard on the back of his head, sending Marius back to square one when it comes to grabbing that CWE Championship.
Vested interest everybody around ringside, because whoever comes out of this as the new champion, everybody standing around ringside sees themselves as the #1 contender.
Yeah, and everyone's going to want a shot at the winner of this matchup. Everyone's clamoring to climb that ladder in CWE, and everyone who's competing here wants to one day hold that title belt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Robbie Royce, the fans.
Boom, Royce comes over! Oh, and crushing Marius.
On top of the ladder. He's on top of the ladder, Mike.
Marius caught in between a Royce ladder sandwich there.
Served with a side of pain.
I think pain was the main course in that meal.
You might be right.
Look at that! Robbie Royce pulling out some very clever offense, stuff we haven't seen out of him before, pulling out all the stops, trying to regain what is rightfully his.
And I think instinctively went for a pinfall, and referees are pointing. The only way you're going to win this match is by grabbing the championship belt, by using that ladder.
It's tough. Ladder matches are a different animal altogether. Instinctively, like you mentioned, men will go for pinfalls, go for submissions. Robbie Royce, of course, his finishing maneuver, the choke chain submission hold.
There goes Robbie Royce. He's in the corner. The ladder is propped up against.
Royce using his body as a projectile and sending that ladder right into the face of Marius.
Man, oh man, lies Sicko offering, I don't even know if he speaks, but he's in full in the support of Marius in the corner. That is probably one of the only ones that are firmly in the support. Royce stomping that ladder. The ladder looks like it's been bent. Not only a little bit, Mike, but a lot.
Yeah, that ladder is not suitable for returning to the store at this point.
You might be right.
Maybe I can DDT, and that made the ladder even worse.
This could come into maybe bite one of these superstars in the butt, if you know what I mean. That ladder might be kaput. Might have to find a new way to get to that title belt, because that ladder is crumpled in the corner and Robbie Royce is down. And that is just not, the ladder that's been lying around your backyard for years and years and years. That is a hard ladder. That is fresh aluminum right from the store.
These guys putting it all on the line here. The lumberjacks converging around the corner that Marius is climbing, and Robbie Royce just took Marius off the top rope to the floor into a pile of lumberjacks, and the referees at ringside can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it.
Into that massive humanity, there could be some spillage of violence. There could be some permanent damage done to one of the wrestlers outside.
The crowd,
listen to this crowd
chanting, "This is awesome," and they are correct. These two putting it all on the line. Not only these two, but the lumberjacks as well, Dave.
What appreciation shown by this great crowd here in Winnipeg. Look at that ladder. It is absolutely trashed. It doesn't matter if they kept the receipt or not. That's not going back to Walmart.
Sicko is in the ring now with Marius.
What?
I think Marius might be getting some assistance to get there.
Looks like it's going to be a little assistant here by the Tattoo Terminator. They're trying. Oh, what they're doing? The ladder is shot. Look at this. I know what's going on here.
Dalton's going to help Bryce. Marius almost has it.
It's piggyback time.
It's a chicken fight. Here we go.
Fight! Unbelievable!
Marius and Royce battling. Dalton and Sicko helping out, acting as ladders. Marius goes to the floor.
He punched him right out of the ring. Sicko's outside.
Joe hunted Sicko in the midsection. Royce unzipping that bag. Robbie Royce, does he got it? He's got the title. He's got it. Robbie Royce has won. Robbie Royce is your CWE champion. Wow.
2 years ago, Kevin Cannon introduced the world to his mystery client. Nobody knew who he was or where he was from, but the Super Friends were determined to find out. They've earned that right on August 23rd when they'll reveal his identity to the world. All of us are on the edge of our seats in anticipation. After the break, we'll take a look at part 3 of the sit-down interview between Danny Duggan and Shane Madison.
Give your body the edge in one click with musclesbymyers.com. We have sports supplements, vitamins and minerals for all lifestyles and levels of fitness. And call or email for free one-on-one guidance. Smart buyers shop at Myers and musclesbymyers.com.
Rooms and accommodations for CWE events. Brought to you by the Marlborough Hotel.
The action doesn't stop when CWE Wrestling is over. After every CWE event held in Winnipeg, be sure to accompany the stars to the official after party at the world-famous Palomino Club at 1133 Portage Avenue in Winnipeg.
August 23rd, CWE is back in Winnipeg, Manitoba with a show at the Holy Cross Gymnasium featuring former WWE Intercontinental Champion Val Venus. The next night, CWE and Val Venus invade Selkirk, Manitoba and the Selkirk waterfront for a 6 p.m. showtime. This is a free show. Make sure you bring a chair. Friday, September 13th, CWE makes its return to Rookie Sports Bar inside the Central Hotel in the heart of Transcona. 209 Melrose Avenue East. Bell time is 8:30 p.m. This will be an adults-only CWE show. The month of October, CWE is back at it with 3 shows in 3 days. October 10th, Neepawa, Manitoba. October 11th in Winnipeg, and October 12th in Selkirk. All 3 shows will feature former WWE superstar Gene Snitsky. Stay tuned to CWEcanada.ca for further developments. On November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Canadian Wrestling's Elite will be appearing at the Central Canadian Comic Con in Winnipeg, Manitoba. This year's event will feature the legendary $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, as well as all your favorite CWE stars. Stay tuned to www.cwecanada.ca as well as www.c4con.com for more information about this exciting event.
Hey, and welcome back to CWE TV. We're only 1 week away from one of the most highly anticipated matches in CWE history between hotshot Danny Duggan and the Mecha Shane Madison. Now, this is a no disqualification match with special enforcer Winnipeg Blue Bomber legend Troy Westwood. For now, let's take a look at part 3 of the sit-down interview between the 2 competitors.
We're getting close. August the 23rd is just around the corner. End of the road, the main event. Hotshot Danny Duggan against the Mecha Shane Madison. And it's going to be the end of the road for you, Danny. I'm sorry to say. And why? It's very simple. Not only am I the better man, but I deserve the storybook ending. All of the accomplishments I've had in my career, I've had people try and cut me down. I've had people try and minimize what I've done. When you look back on it, I changed the face of professional wrestling right here. And people can say what they want. The fact of the matter is, nobody looked at pro wrestling like a business until I got here. That's why I left. That's why I wasn't trained here. I didn't want to be one of these guys from Winnipeg who called themselves a professional, because there were none. I was the guy that forced everybody to pull their socks up and take this seriously. And the one thing that I've never gotten, the one thing that I deserve that storybook ending. I've had guys at other companies try and pull the rug out from under me. Guys who've been doing this longer than me, who think they know what the business is all about. Guys who aren't even close to being on my level try and tell me the way the business works. And I've come back time and time again, not because I need the wrestling, because I've been asked to come back. And I love this business. And when I'm in, I'm all in. I'm all in, Danny. And you'll find that out on August the 23rd. I can guarantee you this will be the match of my lifetime and the match of yours. And the Mecha Shane Madison will get that storybook ending. I deserve that more than anybody else. And unfortunately, Danny, for you, August 23rd, end of the road, your storybook ending isn't going to happen. In fact, Danny, it's not going to be a happy ending for you at all. I don't want there to be any confusion. I don't think I'm going to walk in August 23rd at the Holy Cross Gymnasium Hall and have a cakewalk. I don't think I'm going to walk in August 23rd and wipe the floor with Shane Madison. Me, out of anybody, can tell you Shane Madison is very, very good at what he does, and that's why he's someone I looked up to for a very large part of my career. A lot of people doubt his ability in that ring, and I've never wanted to do that. I had the opportunity to get in the ring with him 3, 4, 5 years ago, and it definitely was a lesson learned. Shane Madison isn't all show. He can go. But Hotshot Danny Duggan could go a little bit harder. Hotshot Danny Duggan can go a little faster. So Shane Madison, on August 23rd, we're going to find out if the mentor is better than the student, or if what I've been saying all along rings true. But I've got a very, very good feeling deep down that August 23rd is not only going to be the end of the road, it's going to be the end of Shane Madison.
CWE's End of the Road will also host the return of wrestling legend Val Venus. Now, Val's always a favorite in Winnipeg, but this time around, he'll be taking on one of CWE's newest faces, Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal comes to us from the Revolution Pro Wrestling Organization in Alberta, and he's been making waves in CWE ever since. Let's take a look at his battle against HIW's King Cash.
International superstar Heavy Metal kicking off CWE TV this week. I'm Mike Young, joined as always by Dynamite Dave Petro, and this is the hired gun of Shane Madison, the guy who attempted to put Hotshot Danny Duggan out of commission.
What a brutal matchup that was.
Yeah, pile driver on the floor, almost did it. King Cash coming to the ring now to take on Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal making a good account of himself in the CWE territory. We saw him take on the pissed off pitbull Robbie Royce several weeks back. And as you mentioned earlier, tried to put on hotshot Danny Duggan a few weeks back as well. So impressive in my eyes against Robbie Royce, not so impressive against Danny Duggan.
Yeah, the pile driver on the concrete floor. Sickening act by Heavy Metal. Guy who's trying to prove himself, but not worried about endearing himself to the fans here. He's worried about endearing himself to the CWE Executive Ambassador, Shane Madison.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Smart for your career trajectory, that's for sure.
I think the board of directors of CWE have to have a bit of a meeting. There's this Shane Madison situation has really gotten out of control. And
A bit of a conflict of interest.
I do believe so. Abuse of authority, conflict of interest, miscarriage of justice, call it whatever you want.
King Cash now working over the man who resides in Mexico. That is Heavy Metal. Back and forth here.
Part of Mexico.
Could be anywhere.
Pedro Morales,
Tijuana.
Ray Gonzalez. I've been to Mexico.
There you have.
Never saw Heavy Metal there.
I've listened to Heavy Metal there.
I don't really remember a lot of my Mexico trips. Are we on?
Heavy Metal being in Mexico, residing there, taking up a lot of that lucha style. Works a similar style to one half of the Big Sexy Beast, AJ Sanchez, who also has added in some lucha style to his work.
Well, and I was kind of thinking that King Cash has kind of a certain resemblance to AJ Sanchez myself.
Yeah, and body frame, definitely.
Haircut, beard.
King Cash and Heavy Metal going back and forth here, and a bit of a feeling out process early on from two guys fairly new to CWE. Always seeing new guys here when you watch CWE TV. Who's coming into the territory, who's trying to make a name for themselves, and who's trying to get to the top of the pile where the pissed off pitbull Robbie Royce currently resides.
Big McDowell's main event, 6-man tag tonight, Mike.
Yeah,
huge.
Sons of Anarchy teaming up with a guy who's trying to earn his cut, if you will. Moses Luke will take on the team of the 123approved.ca television champion Bobby Collins, Billy Blaze, and Jethro Hogg.
There's going to be a lot of meat in the ring.
Yeah.
McDowell's Gym, the place to train in Winnipeg.
Yeah, Stradbrook Street, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Heavy Metal coming in with a splash. King Cash ducks out of the way, and a chop to the chest of Heavy Metal.
What action. What a way to open up the show tonight, Mike.
Yeah, Mike Young, that's me, joined by Dynamite Dave Petro.
That's me.
Always proud to bring you CWE action wherever you can watch it.
Right here, pillar to post, the action is spilling. King Cash going for the chop. Oh my. Heavy Metal reeling in there in the corner.
Speaking of new, exciting superstars, we're in the CWE. August 23rd, a Friday night, the Holy Cross Gymnasium in Winnipeg. Val Venus, former WWE superstar, coming to town. Tickets $15 in advance, $18 at the door. And you can get all the show information at CWEcanada.ca.
Friday night, August 23rd, Mike?
Yeah, if you really want to see Val Venus, you can catch him Saturday, August 24th as well, because CWE will be invading Selkirk, Manitoba.
Selkirk, Manitoba, that is going to be one huge night. That is one big hotbed for CWE. We're going to Altona, Winkler, Morden, Steinbach, Selkirk.
Selkirk coming off a big Canada Day show. We did outdoors. Huge success for CWE. Wherever you are, check CWEcanada.ca to see if CWE, Canadian Wrestling's Elite, will be in your area. Heavy Metal in control here, sending Cash into the corner, shaking that ring to its foundation. Huge man throwing Cash in with authority.
For two men that are relatively new to the territory, the fans are really watching this match with interest. They have their favorite already. Obviously, it's King Cash, but this is one heck of a match.
Yeah, both guys great in-ring skills. I give the favorite to Heavy Metal at this point. Really having his way with Cash, tossing him hard into the turnbuckles, and the back of King Cash is taking a beating at the hands of Heavy Metal.
Absolutely. Great fans in attendance tonight, as all the big CWE events in the area.
1, 2, Cash getting the left shoulder up. Heavy Metal surprised a bit there, but locked in a sleeper hold. Bit of a choke. That's really right there to see if it in fact becomes a choke. But right now, just trying to cause King Cash to maybe pass out and get the victory here.
Listen to this crowd. They're behind King Cash. What an impressive debut.
Cash trying to use the crowd to get back to his feet. Fighting out of that hold. King Cash with the right hands, and there's a shot to the eyes by Heavy Metal off the ropes, and Cash made him pay. Big time clothesline and a back elbow by King Cash. Heavy Metal back up, and Heavy Metal back down. A scoop slam by King Cash into a pin attempt. 2, and a kick out there by Heavy Metal.
What action! This is the kind of action you see in all the big towns when CWE comes to town. Off the ropes.
Cash sends him in. Cash catches him. Beautiful sidewalk slam, sending Heavy Metal down. Center of the ring. 2. Kick out there. Getting that left shoulder up is Heavy Metal.
Interesting to think right now. I'm just thinking ahead to the future. I have some scuttlebutt backstage that the big sexy beasts are claiming to be the #1 contenders, and the Saints of Los Angeles are also claiming to be the #1 contenders. I understand that we're going to get some words from these guys soon.
Yeah, I understand Vicky Shea is going to talk to the Saints of Los Angeles. We're going to hear from them very shortly, so stick around for that. And we might get to the bottom of this #1 contendership situation. I got to tell you, the Saints of Los Angeles got a good claim to that, only because Nate Hardy defeated Kevin Chevy just a few weeks ago.
Absolutely right. And Vicky Shea gets all those great swoops.
That's just a great job, too. Heavy Metal planted with a spine buster. Oh, almost a 3 count. King Cash almost picking up, I would say, a bit of an upset, even though we don't know too much about either of these guys, both relatively new to CWE.
We learned a little bit about King Cash before the match. It's kind of I think it was well done, kind of introducing himself to the fans of CWE.
Look at this. Grabs him.
Referee.
Heavy Metal had the referee and hit a low blow on Cash. Referee didn't see it. Look at this. Butterfly powerbomb attempt, bit of a Pearl River plunge there by Heavy Metal, and he gets the 3 count and the victory.
Wow. Great match.
Both men impressed CWE officials and fans alike with this outing. However, Heavy Metal proved that he wasn't worried about taking moral shortcuts in order to secure a win. When we come back, we'll hear from Heavy Metal himself.
Hey yo, this right here is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good, going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 Approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get your new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 Approved. Don't forget. Yeah.
The CWE store is now open for DVDs, pictures, posters of your favorite CWE stars. Go to CWEcanada.ca.
Have you ever thought about becoming a professional wrestler? What about working behind the scenes in professional wrestling? Well, now's your chance. The CWE Elite Wrestling Academy is now accepting students. Learn from the best the Canadian Wrestling's Elite has to offer by signing up today. Our trainers have traveled the world from Canada and the US all the way to Mexico and Japan, been featured on TV and pay-per-view all across the world. All you have to do is send an email to info@cwecanada.ca to get the ball rolling. Make your dreams come true and contact Canadian Wrestling's Elite today.
Muscles by Myers. Best supplements, best service, best prices. Period. Tell them CWE sent you.
next week. Former WWE superstar Val Venus versus international star heavy metal Canadiense at CWE's End of the Road. What a fitting title it is, because to see Val, it's going to be the end of the road for you. You are nothing more than an obstacle on my quest for CWE Gold. Val, I know all about you. You've been traveling the world for years. You've done everything there is to do in this industry. Hell, you're a former WWE Intercontinental Champion. Well, you're not stepping in the ring with an average Joe next Friday, Val. You are stepping in the ring with an international star. I have earned that title. I have traveled all over the world, and it has led me right back here. Right back to CWE, where you and I will go one-on-one, and Val Venus, so help me God, I will leave you laying in that ring, on your back, looking up at the lights. I will beat you. I'm not just going to beat you. Now I'm going to you. Val, you stand in the way of me becoming the next CWE Heavyweight Champion. And next Friday, you're going to be nothing more than another notch on my belt. Heavy Metal's best receiver.
A man never short on words, Heavy Metal is ready for the challenge that awaits him on August 23rd. Now we're going to take a look back into the vault at Val Venus' CWE debut. This happened in front of a jam-packed, sold-out crowd in October of 2009 at CWE's Simply the Best.
Val Venus has the microphone.
All right, Andrew, let's keep it down and let the big Val Bosa do his thing.
That's a blast from the past right there. Dog tags?
Keep it down, Andrew.
It's down.
Let me do this.
Hello, ladies. I'm gonna pull out one of the favorite Val Venus double innuendo jokes that WWE Raw ever saw. You know something, ladies? The Big Val Boski is a lot like a Rubik's Cube. You know, the longer you play with it, the harder it gets.
Val Venus giving the crowd exactly what they wanted. And, you know, Shane Madison and John Cutler stand back, let Val Venus do his thing. They're true sports entertainers. They know that's what the people want.
All three men here, the crowd loves all three men here, so it should be an interesting contest, a very straight-up clean wrestling match, triple threat. Here we go.
Interesting dynamic because you got three fan favorites. It should be interesting to see. You know, you don't have two guys or one-on-one. You know, this is three individuals. It's going to be interesting.
That's very true, and then John Cutler gets the offense early, gets on top early on Val Venus here.
You know what I think what probably would happen is Shane Madison and John Cutler would work together because Val Venus, let's be honest, he's the big star. He's the former WWE star. So I think it would be wise for them to gang up on him.
Very true, but don't take anything away from the Mecca Shane Madison or Prime Cut John Cutler. These guys are well on their way. They've been staples here in Canada. They've traveled all over North America. These guys are no slouches in the ring as well.
I think Shane Madison's looking a little bit miffed because Cutler, Shane Madison had things under control, and he booted Cutler in the head, gives him a side headlock for his troubles.
Yeah, Shane Madison jumping Cutler. You got to think though, friends inside and out of the ring. It's not going to last very long when the competition's this high.
And that's a great point, Andrew. Is that Shane Madison and John Cutler are very, very good friends. So again, it's very fitting for Shane Madison to be in the ring for his last match against one of his best friends and a talent like Val Venus.
Most definitely, it's got to be an honor for guys to be a part of Shane Madison's last match.
Well, Venus working over Cutler in the corner. Madison comes from behind, drops an elbow to the back of Venus's head. Venus following up with a knee to the midsection and a chop.
You can never keep your back turned. You got to have eyes in the back of your head because there's 3 men in this ring. You're working over one. There's another one right behind you.
That's very true. And you know what? The fans do like Shane Madison, but he's not afraid to break the rules if he has to. He'll get down and dirty.
Oh, it's very well known that Shane Madison is not afraid to break the rules.
Russian leg sweep by Val Venus, goes for the cover. Only a 1 count, and Madison was there anyways.
Very true. That was some classic Val Venus. And Shane Madison brings to the pin and is now on top of Val Venus.
3 guys in the ring, again, who look like true professional wrestlers, true athletes. And we're going to see who is the better man and the best man here tonight.
That's very true. And John Cutler jumping over. See, you got to keep your eyes open. You got to have eyes in the back of your head. You're doing one thing, there's somebody else right creeping behind
you. You know, Madison's doing something smart here, sitting in the corner, letting these guys duke it out, regaining his composure here a little bit.
You got to think, all right? We've got 3 guys here. We got Val Venus. He's got his money shot top rope splash. We've got Prime Cut John Cutler, who's got the F5, and Shane Madison, who's known to use that Tamakaze as a finish. I'm calling the first man to hit their finishing move is going to win this match.
Very interesting. And you know what? If I had to make a prediction here, I think that would be pretty accurate. It looks like Val Venus.
Of course it'd be accurate. I called it.
Val Venus looks like he tweaked his knee. And
Shane Madison is going to take advantage of that. Madison's been around. How many years has Madison been around? 10 years? 10 plus years?
10 plus years, a consummate professional. And, you know, he saw Val Venus tweak his knee. And look at Madison stalking Val Venus like an animal. He sees the injury and he's going to follow up on it.
Very smart. Val Venus is no small man. Shane Madison going straight for the leg, and very smart move on Madison's part.
And again, Val Venus likes to utilize that money shot off the top rope, that splash. You're not going to be climbing up to the top rope with a bad wheel.
That's very true. And if you're going to try it, it's going to take a heck of a lot longer of a time to get up there. You've got 3 men in that ring. You got to do what you can as quick as you can.
And Cutler grapevine that leg while Madison stomps on the knee joint.
Been a little tension here with Madison and Cutler, but they're still managing to work together.
So far, so good. They look like a cohesive unit. Val Venus is in trouble here right now.
There's no friends in a triple threat match, though. Shane Madison is gonna go to that leg, and then he's gonna see Cutler, and then he's gonna have to give him a punch in the mouth.
Well, you know what? Val Venus wants to win this match because if he wins this match, he's just beaten 2 of the top guys in wrestling in Canada. You know, and Madison and Cutler are gonna want to beat Venus because hey, he's a former WWE superstar. So big match for all 3 guys involved.
Who wouldn't love to say that they have a victory over Val Venus, the Mecha Shane Madison, or Prime Cut John Cutler for that matter?
Exactly. Look, they're really staying on that knee. That left knee of Val Venus looks to be in pain. And look, Madison directing traffic a little bit here. Going for the cover. Cutler doesn't want any part.
Both men want the win.
A little bit of dissension here. Tempers are starting to flare, it looks like.
Things are getting heated. What do we have here? What's going to happen? Who's going to throw the first punch?
You know, when there's a lot on the line here, friends or no friends, tempers start to fly. But looks like cooler heads have prevailed.
Very true. And look at that. Val Venus had the chance to jump both guys to get on the advantage, and that leg is it's not in good shape right now.
Yeah, this is smart. This is very smart wrestling by Cutler and Madison. And you know what? Madison, what's he trying to do here? Val Venus looks like he's trying to get away. Venus knew what Madison was doing, and it looks like Madison was hanging Val Venus up in the corner. That's really going to wrench on that knee joint.
Val is not looking. He's limping pretty badly already. It's not looking like he's in good shape.
Madison directing traffic, telling Cutler to go get him. And
cuts him off with a clothesline. Smart move, Shane Madison.
And you know what? Should we be surprised? Like we said earlier, Shane Madison not afraid to break or bend the rules if he has to, even if it's against his friend.
Very true. There's no friendships in a match of this caliber. Everybody wants that victory.
And this is a great opportunity for Madison with Val Venus out of the picture. He's still hung up in the corner. Madison has an opportunity to put Cutler away without any interference from Val Venus.
Val is the worst for wear on the outside there. He's not moving very well.
Insecurity to the back of Cutler's head. 2 count. Madison hooked a leg. Couldn't put Cutler away. And you know, Val Venus, he must be feeling it on the floor.
Very smart on Val's part, though. Let your opponents go at each other. Val's taking a breather. Look at the knee pad is off. He's not in good shape right now. So Val's taking a breather. Very smart. Let your opponents beat themselves up a little bit.
And he's keeping an eye on things. So if there's a 3 count that looks threatening, I'm sure he'd be right in that ring to break it up. And Madison follows with a bulldog. Venus in to break up the pin cover.
You called it, Warren Daniels. He had an eye there. His knee's still in bad shape, but he still managed to break up the 3 count.
Again, Madison and Cutler can beat each other up in the ring, but if Madison pins Cutler or Cutler pins Madison, that match is over and Val Venus loses. So Venus keeping an eye on things. He's a veteran. Double clothesline, a couple of Polish hammers here by Venus.
He's firing up. He's bumping these guys left and right.
Still feeling the ill effects of that knee. He's got that knee brace pulled down. What's this? Blue Thunder bomb by Venus, and it's amazing that his knee could hold up. And that was close. Madison was almost done there. He barely got his shoulder up.
That one had to hurt. Val's still limping, but he's still the consummate professional. He's a veteran. He's not going to go down lightly.
Big neck breaker by Val Venus. 2 count. Still a little bit of gas in the tank of John Cutler here.
Yeah, you're not going to put away Prime Cut that easily. John Cutler is the top. He's in the best shape he's ever been. Top of the line. He's looking very well. Not going to do it that easily now.
Tweaked his knee again. That knee is really a factor in Val Venus's a chink in his armor, so to speak. And Madison
pushing him off the top rope to the floor. That's a 12, 15-foot drop.
And I think he fell awkwardly on that knee. Madison hitting the ropes. Big flying elbow. He's starting to feel it now. He knows this is it for him. This is his last match. This is his opportunity. Leave it all in the ring. Put it on the line.
Fantastic drop kick. We've seen some nice ones this evening, but that was great.
Oh, 2 count, close to a 3 count. Shane Madison, made a mistake there. Didn't hook the legs, but I think what's happening here, he's tired. I think, he's taking a pretty good beating from John Cutler and Val Venus, and he might not be thinking clearly. But be that as it may, he's got the upper hand right now.
You take a beating from one man. One of these men, you're going to be tired. Oh, this is the Tamikaze.
Madison going for the Tamikaze. He calls that the love gun as well. Goes for a cross body into a pendulum slam. John Cutler pulled that out of nowhere.
I have never seen John Cutler hit that. Clearly learning a thing or two there down in
I think Madison's done. Madison was done there, and Venus pulled out of the ring.
Yep.
That was that
go for the pin.
He just has to pin him. And it's
John Cutler.
Where did he come from?
F5, John Cutler.
Oh no!
This could be it. Oh, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Prime Cut, John Cutler.
Give your body the edge in one click with musclesbymyers.com. We have sports supplements, vitamins and minerals for all lifestyles and levels of fitness. And call or email for free one-on-one guidance. Smart buyers shop at Myers and musclesbymyers.com.
Have you ever thought about becoming a professional wrestler? What about working behind the scenes in professional wrestling? Well, now's your chance. The CWE Elite Wrestling Academy is now accepting students. Learn from the best the Canadian Wrestling's Elite has to offer by signing up today. Our trainers have traveled the world from Canada and the US all the way to Mexico and Japan, been featured on TV and pay-per-view all across the world. All you have to do is send an email to info@cwecanada.ca to get the ball rolling. Make your dreams come true and contact Canadian Wrestling's Elite today.
Always keeping CWE events safe? See Toro Security for all your security needs. If you're looking to make sure your next event is the same, call Toro Security at 204-272-9000. Toro Security, your first choice for peace of mind, safety, and security. In need of a professional photo shoot or photos for your event? Call Dwight Lowen Photography for all your needs. Visit www.dwightlowen.com.
Hello, this is WWE legend, the Native American Tatanka, and I'm watching CWEcanada.ca.
August 23rd, CWE is back in Winnipeg, Manitoba, with a show at the Holy Cross Gymnasium featuring former WWE Intercontinental Champion Val Venus. The next night, CWE and Val Venus invade Selkirk, Manitoba, and the Selkirk waterfront for a 6 p.m. showtime. This is a free show. Make sure you bring a chair. Friday, September 13th, CWE makes its return to Rookie Sports Bar inside the Central Hotel in the heart of Transcona. 209 Melrose Avenue East. Bell time is 8:30 p.m. This will be an adults-only CWE show. The month of October, CWE is back at it with 3 shows in 3 days. October 10th, Neepawa, Manitoba. October 11th in Winnipeg, and October 12th in Selkirk. All 3 shows will feature former WWE superstar Gene Snitsky. Stay tuned to CWEcanada.ca for further developments. On November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Canadian Wrestling's Elite will be appearing at the Central Canadian Comic Con in Winnipeg, Manitoba. This year's event will feature the legendary $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, as well as all your favorite CWE stars. Stay tuned to www.cwecanada.ca as well as www.c4con.com for more information about this exciting event.
I've officially seen it all. CFL legend, former Winnipeg Blue Bomber Troy Westwood appointed special enforcer referee at End of the Road for my match with hotshot Danny Duggan. I've never seen the deck stacked against Shane Madison before like this in my entire life. You know, Troy, I don't even know if you know who you are. You have a big show on the mornings on TSN 1290. You were a former football player, you were a former tap dancer, you were a former boxer, but I'll tell you something, Westwood. I'll tell you something that you're not. You're not a pro wrestler. You're not even a licensed official. But you're going to be a special enforcer referee in my match with hotshot Danny Duggan. A match that's been building for months and months and months. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, Westwood. I want you to come down to the show on August the 23rd and you stand there at ringside and you just do your job. I don't have a problem with you. Do not create a problem with me. Because I tell you what I'll do to you. This isn't football, Troy. This isn't somewhere where you're protected by an official who will blow a whistle every 5 minutes when things get a little tough. There's no pads, Troy, to protect you. There's no off season. And you know, I know you're a place kicker and you really didn't even do that all that well. What do you gotta do, come on the field twice a game and kick a ball? Please. This is where the real men are, Troy. The real athletes are getting in the ring on August the 23rd. So Westwood, come down, do your job, and stay out of my way. Because I'll tell you something. If you get in my face, I will knock every tooth out of your stupid head. So August the 23rd, we already know it's the end of the road for Danny. Troy, make sure it's not the end of the road for you.
My fanny pack is packed, my wrestling gear is in the trunk. and I'm ready to hit the road, and on August 23rd, I'm gonna come to the end of it. Hotshot Danny Duggan, the Mecca Shane Madison, two of the very best in CWE collide. But without fun and games, Shane Madison once again looks to use his power to his advantage, making this a no disqualification match. And some people wonder, why did Hotshot Danny Duggan agree to a match that Shane Madison set up to be in his advantage? We know he doesn't want a clean-cut fight. We know he's got friends in the back. We know he can't face Danny Duggan toe-to-toe. So Danny Duggan went above his head and talked to the powers that be, and lo and behold, Troy Westwood, CFL Hall of Famer, is going to be on the outside of that ring. And not because I need him to beat you, Shane Madison, because I need him to keep everyone else away so I can do it clean and cut and beat you in the middle of the ring and send you packing. Shane Madison, August 23rd, is going to be the end of the road and the end of you as executive ambassador.
It's been a hot summer, but it's about to get hotter on August 23rd with CWE's End of the Road.
Are you ready now? I got you freaking out. Say you're ready now. I'm not gonna say it again. Who said a man can take a stand? He's got a plan, he's got a right. He'll fight to win, he won't give in. He'll watch the signs or pay the price. You sold your pride, you'll pay the price. Know that it gets you every time. Still, I gotta know, are you ready for war? 'Cause it's coming around my bend. Are you ready once more? I am not gonna say it again. This is one thing you should know, so you better get it through your head. Are you ready for war?
That's all the time we have left for today. We'll see you at the end of the road.